Okay, hi everyone. Remiza Manis bersiaran again. Okay, today, this time, we're going to talk about money management. Penting tak? You rasa penting tak money management ni? Come, let's have a look. Okay, first, before we get to money management, you must know how you calculate your transaction or trading cost. Okay, once you master that, then only you should know and learn about the money management lah. Okay, so I take one example here. Katakan kita beli Sapura Energy at 2000 unit at 8 sen. Okay, so your gross transaction equals to RM160. Okay, your cost will be at RM30.73. Okay, your net, how to calculate your net is equal to gross plus cost, which is sama dengan ringgit Malaysia 190.73. Okay, that is one example. Okay, the next example I'm going to show you when you buy Sapura Energy additional unit at larger, more units. Okay, Sapura Energy of 10,000 units at 8 sen juga. Okay, harga yang sama tapi unit yang berbeza. Okay, kita tengok gross bersamaan dengan RM800. Okay, cost bersamaan dengan RM30.92. Okay, net dikira bersamaan dengan gross tambah cost, iaitu kita akan dapat ringgit Malaysia 830.92. Okay, so meaning the more units you buy, your net cost will be higher. Okay. Okay, now kita kira transaction cost or trading cost bila kita jual pula. Okay, so gross is RM200. Okay, earlier on kita beli Sapura Energy of 2000 unit kan. Okay, now kita jual pula 2000 units at 10 sen. Tadi kita beli 8 sen, now kita jual 10 sen. Okay, so let's calculate. Gross equals to ringgit Malaysia 200, cost equals to ringgit Malaysia 30.74. Okay, net bersamaan dengan gross minus cost, iaitu bersamaan dengan ringgit Malaysia 169.26. Okay, pay attention here ya. Okay, bila you beli, when you buy, you will add the cost into your gross. Okay, now this one, because we are selling, so you will minus the cost from the gross. Okay, then only you get the net. Okay, second example. Let's see what happened when we sell Sapura Energy of 10,000 units at 10 sen. Okay, gross equivalent to RM1,000. Cost equals to RM30.98. Okay, net, again, gross minus cost. Okay, which will get ringgit Malaysia 969.02. Okay, remember, when you buy, you add the cost into the gross. Okay, when you sell, you will minus the cost from the gross. Okay, next. Okay, those are one example. Okay, so let's see comparison on units. Okay, I want to show you here the difference you'll get when you buy 2000 units and when you buy 10,000 units. Okay, if you see at 2000 units you buy and then you sell, you actually did not get any profit. In fact, this is a loss actually. Okay, and then you buy another example. Earlier on I showed at 10,000 units. You buy at 10 sen and then you sell at you buy at 8 sen and then you sell at 10 sen. Okay, if you see over here, this is where you get profit, RM138.10. Okay, so meaning your transaction cost become less. Nampak? Okay, by right kalau ikut price, layman terms, kita cakap beli 8 sen, jual 10 sen, patutnya dah profit lah kan? Yes. Okay, by right. But you must remember dia ada cost. Jadi the cost should be part of the purchase cost juga. So whenever you calculate your transaction cost, you must calculate both. So ni, that's why you rugi, because your units tak cukup besar untuk cover the cost. That's why you jadi loss, negative 21.47 ringgit. Okay, so let's see the next example, yeah. Okay, now another example, we buy Serba Dynamic. Okay, the stock code is Serba Decay of 500 units at Ringgit Malaysia 1.48. Okay, gross transaction is Ringgit Malaysia 740. Okay, and then you have cost of 30.91 ringgit. Okay, so net equals to gross plus cost, because this is a buy. Okay, so gross plus cost equals to Ringgit Malaysia 770.91. Okay, what happened? Let's calculate when we buy Serba Decay of 20,000 units. Okay, at 20,000 units, same price, 1.48 ringgit. Okay, gross will become Ringgit Malaysia 29,600 ringgit. Okay, your transaction cost is Ringgit Malaysia 170.66. Okay, so your net equals to gross plus cost, which will bring to 29,770.66. It is a huge difference, okay, but you get my point. Okay, let's see the next slide. Okay, now we sell Serba Decay of 500 units at 150. Okay, gross is 750 ringgit. Cost is 30.91 ringgit. So net equals to gross minus cost. Okay, remember, because we sell. Okay, after gross minus cost, you'll get 719.09 ringgit. Okay, let's see the other purchase when we buy of that 20,000 units. Okay, this one is sell. We sell Serba Decay of 20,000 units at 1.5 ringgit. Okay, so your gross will become 30,000 ringgit. Your cost will be of 172.56 ringgit. Okay, your net equals to gross minus cost. Okay, equals to Ringgit Malaysia 29,827 ringgit 0.44. Okay, let's compare those again. Okay, Serba Dynamic 500 unit, the first row. Okay, and then Serba Dynamic of 20,000 units on the second row. Okay, let's see. Are we making profit with 500 units? No, we made loss actually of 51.82 ringgit. Okay, and the 20,000, yes, we make profit of 56 ringgit 72 cent. Okay, even though it's 2 cent profit, so this is your profit in term of ringgit. Okay, so you see, more units you buy, you have a bigger margins and lower cost per unit. So that's why you're able to get profit on the purchase of 20,000 units. Okay, alright, next slide. Okay, I want to talk about the break-even point. Break-even point is actually said to be achieved when the market price of the share is the same as its original cost. Okay, maknanya dia cakap sini, you punya gross tadi, bila you campur dengan cost, you dapat dengan net tu is the original cost. Okay, so your break-even point should be at that original cost. Okay, maknanya bila you dah dapat net, you bahagi dengan total unit yang you beli, itulah dia you punya break-even point. Okay, it establishes the price target needed to cover cost. Faham? Okay, so maknanya harga yang you perlu untuk jual, untuk cover semua cost tersebut, cost belian dan juga cost transaksi. Okay, baru betul, then only you know whether you make profit or loss. Okay, so remember break even point. Okay, the next slide will illustrate a little bit. Okay, you see here, in the square, in the box, is the break-even point. Okay, at this break-even point, maknanya because you sell at that cost kan, at the original cost, jadi you won't be making a loss or making a profit. Itu maknanya at break-even point. Okay, if let's say you sell above the break-even point, then you will get profit. Okay, but then if you sell below the break-even point or BE, okay, you will make a loss. Okay, so remember, at break-even point, above break-even point, you dapat profit. Below break-even point, you akan dapat loss. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's calculate the break-even point. Okay, for example, I'm using Nestle. Okay, dekat sini, your total cost, your total gross campur dengan cost equals to RM149.55. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is transaction cost only. Okay, alamak, salah kira. Okay, transaction cost equals to RM149.55. Okay, so your net cost, okay, maknanya gross tadi dah campur dengan cost equals to RM26,149.55. Okay, so that is the net. Okay, so your break even, the formula to calculate is that net, you divide by units. Okay, so your net is 26,149.55 divide by 200. Okay, then you will get 130.747. Okay, maknanya dekat sini, if your original purchase price is 130, your break-even point is 130.747, meaning you cannot sell less than this. Okay, if you sell at 130.747, meaning you will only get your cost. But if you sell above 130.74 ni, you get profit. If you sell below 130.747, then you make loss. Okay, that's why calculation of BE is important. Okay, so that you know which are the level that you should sell. Okay, so that's one example. Okay, next. Let's see if we buy Nestle of 2,000 units at 130. Sama juga. Okay, to show you, to do the comparison of from units. Okay, so your cost will become RM856.76 and your net will become RM260,000. Okay, so your break-even point equals to net divided by units. Okay, your net RM260,000 divided by total units of 2,000 units. Okay, you will get your break-even point of 130.428. Okay, nampak tak? Kalau you beli 200 units, your break-even is higher. More units, okay, your break-even point is smaller. Isn't it great? So maknanya instead of tunggu sampai 70 sen 130.74 ni, by selling at 130.42, you dah break even dah. Okay, if you able to sell at 45 sen pun, you dah make profit. Nampak? Okay, so more example. Calculate the break-even point. Okay, another example. Let's see Armada pula. Okay, katakan kita beli Armada 500 units at 14 sen setengah. Okay, your cost will be at 30.71. Your net will be at RM103.21. Okay, so your break-even level again equals to net divided by units. Kita akan dapat break-even point of 0.206 sen. Okay, next. Okay, lagi satu contoh Armada pada 10,000 units. Okay, harga yang sama 14 sen juga. Okay, cost kita akan dapat slightly higher sebab lagi banyak units kan. So, cost kita RM32.12. Okay, net kita akan dapat RM1,482.12. RM12. Okay, so break even, formula dia macam mana nak kira? Net bahagi units. So, yang untuk contoh 10,000 ni, kita akan dapat break even kita cuma pada RM0.148. Okay, maknanya 14 sen. Okay, so ini kita beli kan. Okay, now let's see, calculate untuk okay, this is beli tadi. Okay, so kalau jual sama juga, you just calculate. I don't show any example of sell because selling point sebab you dah tahu dah dekat break even point tadi yang mana kan. So I did not show the comparison on selling. Obviously you make profit on more units lah, basically. Okay, alright, so next slide, let's go into money management. Okay, money management strategy is the one variable that will give you the biggest edge in trading stocks. Okay, you cannot control the markets, obviously, but you can control your money. Okay, and your risk, of course, on each and every trade that you make. Okay, so maknanya market kita tak boleh control. Besok dia nak naik, lusa dia nak turun, petang dia nak naik. That is something that is beyond your control. Okay, even the risk. But you can control your money. Okay, your money and your risk, you can, not to say control, but you can manage lah. Supaya tak hilang teruk. Okay, your money management strategy should answer this question. Okay, how much money should I risk on this trade? Okay, and also, how much shares should I buy? Okay, itu gunanya money management. Okay, anda semua suka trade stock, betul tak? Okay, and you like to make money in the markets, right? Well, you will not have any more money to trade if you do not follow good money management practice. Remember that, okay? Kalau you tak discipline with your money management, you won't make good profit. Maknanya sikit-sikit loss, hari ni loss, compile, besok habis juga. Okay, so remember, money management is important. Okay, let's see what is the next slide. Okay, your number one goal as a trader is to preserve your capital supaya you can stay alive long enough to have some big winners that cover the cost of your losing trades and make a profit. Itu you punya matlamat utama. Okay, untuk simpan atau tahan you punya capital, you punya modal supaya dia boleh hidup lama and buat untung yang dapat cover loss-loss yang sebelum-sebelum ni. Okay, so antara strategi untuk money management. Okay, ini salah satu, kita start 2% rule. Okay, by definition is should not risk more than 2% of your trading capital on a single trade. Okay, contoh katakan modal you ada RM10,000. 2% rule maknanya on every trade your risk is only RM200. Okay, katakanlah harga tu start jatuh, alamak, loss RM50, loss RM60. By the time dia hit saja you punya loss RM200, then you must exit no matter what. Lepas you exit, lepas tu dia naik, unfortunately lah, tapi at least your capital is still there. Itu kalau dia jatuh, your 2% can become 20% dalam sekelip mata. So be careful. 2%. Okay, so that is the amount you can lose on a trade. This RM200. Okay, ini salah satu strategi. Okay, mari kita lihat the next strategy pula. Position sizing. Okay, total invested funds limited to 50% of your capital. Okay, kita ambil contoh tadi RM10,000. Okay, so maknanya every time you invest, you trade, you cuma akan guna 50% sahaja. Okay, so kalau 50% daripada RM10,000 tadi, maknanya every trade, your trade amount should be not more than RM5,000. Every time you beli, every time you trade, is only 5,000 ringgit. Okay, so the other half will act as reserve during periods of adversity and drawdown. Nampak? Okay, so that's why it's good to have a backup. Kira macam cushion lah. So kalau jatuh, tak sakit. Okay, now ini untuk orang yang modal kecil-kecil below 50,000 ringgit. Okay, I'm gonna start. Contoh katakanlah you ada modal kurang daripada 5,000 ringgit. Okay, so with this 5,000 ringgit, so you punya position sizing, what you should do, you should focus only one counter. Focus mean you either focus atau main one counter lah. Okay, not more. Penny or normal. Okay, and every time you beli, you akan beli dengan minimum unit of 10,000 unit. Okay, so ingat belian unit minimum 10,000 unit sahaja. Okay, itu bagi mereka yang modal dia 5,000 ke bawah. Okay, now next, kalau katakanlah you ada modal yang lebih, okay, antara 5,000 ke 10,000, okay, yes, you boleh main satu atau dua counter. Okay, fokus you ingat satu atau dua counter. Okay, dan minimum belian 10,000 unit. Okay, katakan you punya modal adalah 7,000 ringgit. Okay, kalau you fokus satu counter dengan minimum unit 10,000 unit, maknanya you boleh beli counter up paling mahal sehingga 70 sen. Betul tak? Sebab modal you 7,000 ringgit. Okay, tapi bila you beli dua counter, dia bukan 70 sen tau. You dah kena bagi dua, sebab dia akan jadi you boleh beli maximum counter 35 sen dengan 35 sen. Okay, because jumlah tu 7,000. Ingat. Okay, sebab minimum unit you 10,000. Okay, so ingat 5 ke 10,000 you boleh fokus satu atau dua counter maximum sahaja. Okay, belian unit antara 10,000 unit dan 30,000 unit. Okay, so itu bagi mereka yang bermodalkan lebih pada 5,000 hingga ke 10,000 ringgit. Okay, kalau you ada lebih daripada 10,000, okay, good. Okay, tapi you punya fokus maximum 3 counter sahaja. Okay, you nak combine high, medium and low risk pun boleh, atau you nak fokus all dalam high risk pun boleh. Okay, but you punya belian unit is antara 30,000 hingga 50,000 unit. You janganlah pula dah ada 30,000 ringgit engkau pergi beli 10,000 unit juga. Aduh, bila nak gaya? Kan? Tak sesuai. Okay, so that's why money management is important. Okay, remember, modal 10 hingga 30,000 ringgit, you punya fokus maksimum 3 counter sahaja, dan belian unit antara 30,000 hingga 50,000 unit. Okay, so next. Okay, ini adalah strategi risk to reward ratio. Okay, bagi each potential trade, a profit objective is determined. That profit objective, the reward, is then balanced against the potential loss if the trade goes wrong, which is the risk. Okay, a commonly used yardstick is a 1:2 RRR ataupun risk to reward ratio. Okay, the profit potential must be at least 2 times the possible loss if a trade is to be considered. Okay, maknanya dia cakap dekat sini, okay, every time you nak trade, you kena calculate you punya target tu, target price atau you punya profit target tu is 2 times daripada risk. Okay, katakanlah saham ni harga dia 20 sen. Okay, you punya target adalah 40 sen, which is 2 times, right? Okay, 20 sen, 30 sen, 40 sen. So maknanya you punya risk adalah 10 sen. Okay, sekiranya harga tu jatuh daripada 20 sen ke 10 sen, that is your risk level tadi kan, 2-1 kan, then you must exit dah. Okay, if let's say it went the other way, it went up, okay, price to hit you punya target 40 sen, then exit lah juga, because it already hit. Let's say katakanlah you nak ride the trend ataupun ride the wave selagi harga tu duduk naik pun boleh, but you must make sure, you must ensure that your technical analysis punya knowledge is good. You dah tahu baca trend, you dah tahu baca candle, you dah tahu baca chart pattern, then only you can use that lah. Kalau tak, if you are using only risk to reward ratio ni punya strategi, then jangan nak buat terror pula, buat tamak kan. Dah hit target, exit. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is something that I want you to ponder. From your capital, okay, katakanlah the amount of equity loss is 25%. Okay, you rugi 25%. So kalau daripada 10,000, maknanya you hilang RM2,500. Okay, that RM2,500, okay, baki modal yang tinggal, dia kena dapatkan return 33% untuk cover that 25% punya loss. Why? Sebab dia extra hard, because dia ada kos-kos lain yang terlibat kan, so dia kena buat extra just to cover that 25%. Okay, now what happen when you have 50% loss? So modal you tinggal separuh kan, jadi modal you yang tinggal separuh tu kena buat 100% baru dapat cover that 50% punya loss. Betul tak? Sebab duit you dah tinggal 5,000 out of that 10,000. So 5,000 tu kena buat 5,000 jugalah, baru dia dapat 10,000 balik kan. You see what I mean? Okay, now katakanlah modal you hilang 75%. Ini jenis apa tau, yang kawan dah keluar, reminder dah cakap jangan main, tapi dia pegang juga, dah jatuh ni, buang lah. Tak apa, nanti boleh naik lagi, tak apalah, jadi investor lah. Inilah dia. Okay, baki yang tinggal tu, dia kena dia kena create 400% untuk cover balik capital yang hilang 75% tu. Doesn't make sense, right? Buat logik lah. Maknanya RM2,500 tu you kena kerah dia kerja 400 kali untuk dapatkan balik modal you, jadikan balik RM10,000. Okay, what happened when you lost equity 90%? Okay, what happen? Ni lah dia. Modal yang baki tu dia kena kerja, dia kena produce 1,000% return untuk jadikan dia balik RM10,000. So ponder that. Bayangkan berapa banyak kerasnya dia orang ni kena kerja, duit you kena kerja. Okay, so always be careful. So ingat, money management penting, bukan tak penting. Okay, kalau you boleh mahir technical, this is equivalently important. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about summary. Basically money management ni lah. Okay, in conclusion, it is advised to focus on strongly trending stocks. Maknanya yang mana market tengah, yang counter-counter yang tengah sideways tu, janganlah kata masuk kan. Itu mengundang loss namanya. Okay, so fokus. Yang memang tengah trending up, counter-counter macam tu you masuk. Okay, point yang kedua, follow the market and not try to pick the bottom and flow with the momentum. Okay, kalau you tak mahir baca momentum, don't try. Nombor 3, no one can control the market, but you can control your risk atau loss. Okay, remember that even in a strong trending market, this method can suffer losses. Because why? You can't control the market. Okay, you must be able to accept losses and carry on to the next trade. Only then you will have the chance to prosper. Okay, betul. Dia macam redor lah. You kena redor. Tiap kali you rugi tu is because you salah ataupun tak betul. Okay, then you kaji je. There's no point. Kalau you tak boleh terima losses tu, the next trade you akan geram. Bila geram ni macam, aku tak kira lah, aku nak geram juga, aku nak gandakan whatever money, you dah lupa dah money management tadi belajar apa, technical kata apa, entry kat mana, semua tu dah lupa, because emosi, you beli sebab emosi. So that's why you kena redor untung yang kecil, redor rugi yang kecil, redor rugi yang besar, redor je. Whatever happens, whatever you get for a reason, redor. Then only it's easier for you to move on. Okay, then bila kita redor, the next one kita akan ingat, okay, let's stick to this. Apa yang salah? Okay, kalau aku dah ikut benda-benda ni semua, it's easier nak cari. Tapi kalau you tak ikut, so bila nak cari punca tu, dia jadi serabut lah. Okay, itu yang susah nak redha. Okay, remember point number 5, highlighting redha. Okay, number 6, if Bursa Malaysia is consolidating. Okay, maknanya overall index kita ni tengah buat perangai sideways. Dia naik tak naik, turun tak turun, dia ke tepi je. Time tu geram. Okay, time tu you boleh consider other market. Okay, Bursa Malaysia ada juga, you boleh trade CPO ataupun FKLI. Okay, derivative future. Crude palm oil ni CPO. Derivative futures ni macam oil, gold, silver, soya, banyak benda dek. Oi, kita nak boleh trade, bukannya bursa saham sahaja. Okay, so you must know, alihkan kalau bursa tengah, kalau stock market, saham, equity tengah market sideways, kita tukar market. Best. Okay, seterusnya, point seterusnya, to succeed, it is not the tools or rules that you use, but it's your discipline. Betul, kau pergilah belajar 10 benda pun, untuk nenek pun betapa bagai nak gila, balik tak ikut disiplin, tak ikut undang-undang yang diajar, undang-undang yang ditetapkan, memang hancur lah cerita dia. Okay, seterusnya, traders should continuously learn to improve their skills in the market. Okay, ini I sangat-sangat setuju. Okay, dulu selepas I belajar 6 bulan technical analysis, I thought I dah master dah. Okay, kau belajar semua kot, kan? Indikator beratus jenis, oscillator beratus jenis, formula to create that beratus jenis, trading strategy beratus jenis. You learn all, I learn all. So kau ingat macam dah terror kan? Pergi test kat market, salah. Pergi test kat market, tak betul. Because why? Then pergi tanya orang, belajar lagi. Oh, rupanya combination tu macam mana yang bagus, from experience, from other books, benda-benda macam tu lah. Okay, so remember, you must continuously learn, because formula yang pak-pak saudara kita guna dulu may not be relevant, because market berubah perangai, sentiment berubah perangai, demand berubah perangai. Okay, sektor, supply berubah. Kalau dulu masa tahun 2018 I tolak counter glove, laku tak? Tak kan? But then because of COVID, glove jalan, rubber naik mahal. So that's what you kena selalu belajar. Okay, next point. Okay, which is the final point. Remember, the most important that you should always remember is money management. Apply good risk management to every trades. Okay, this will be the ultimate reason for success. Okay, so that's it from me. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.